Good morning, YouTube, and I just had a wild idea. If you guys can see, I'm burning a DVD, but read what I'm burning. That's right, I am burning Android, and I just had a wild idea. Can I take Android and put it on my basement PC? That was just a wild idea that popped straight into my head just now. So I'm burning Android to a CD right now, and then we're gonna go downstairs and test it. I don't know what happened to my mouse. Alright, I'll be back. Hey YouTube, so now this HP, remember, I don't know if which is gonna be uploaded, this first or the other one first, because currently none of them are uploaded, but this HP, what is it? I have to look at it again. DC5700 mid-tower computer. I believe this is a floor model. Oh, let's just do this. So I am going to power it on. Power it on. Wait a minute, let me see. I don't think I'm gonna get very... The reason I unplug it is because this basement has been known to get quite wet down here during the rain, so I don't want something to happen during the rain, so I always unplug it when I'm done using it. So now we're going to turn it on and open the drive. We're going to stick the disc in and put it in. So now we're going to go to the boot menu. So now we're going to choose CD-ROM. Let's see if this will work, guys. Let me see. Yes! Install to hard disk. I've done this before on a virtual machine, I just haven't done it on an actual computer yet, so this will be the first. Let's see what... I'm trying to think here. I'm gonna format both partitions right here. If it'll let me, I'm just trying to do this here. I'm sorry, guys. We'll try that out, actually, the boot item for Windows. So now it's gonna do that. This is actually amazing. Wow, this is the 32-bit version of Android. I can't believe it, wow. I'm amazed, I just woke up this morning. It's only, what time is it? It is 9:52 a.m. And I woke up at 9 a.m. and had I got on my computer around 9:30 on my laptop, and then I had on my desktop the Android partition, the Android thing. So I just had so I thought, am I crazy to do this? So now it is format. It's writing the thing to the disk, and you can hear the optical drive, and see the light is the computer. It's really working, and then you can see the hard drive LED is solid. Wow. The installer is going to create disk image to save the user data, at least 512 megabyte disks. So we'll create the image. We'll allow that. This is pretty cool. So now we'll reboot. Now let's see if it can boot. Now we'll probably keep the disk in there at the moment. Now let's see if I'm able to dual boot this. So now let's take the CD out. Wow, I've never done that. I'm just amazed. Preparing automatic repair. That's probably because I did a hard shutdown. Let me hold on, guys. Okay, guys, I'm gonna make a modification to this, so I'll be back. Okay, YouTube. So what I have done was I took my 70 gig hard drive, or my 80 gig hard drive, which has the operating system on it. Yeah, we'll save the changes. We'll go ahead and save those. And ideally, in an ideal world, it should boot straight to Windows 7. Let's see, I'm gonna just go into the boot menu. We'll go right boot from there. Launch startup repair, what? We'll just start Windows normally. Okay, so now we're gonna boot straight from the Windows 7. That's right on here, on this drive right here. So we're gonna boot, which this is only a temporary setup, because what's gonna happen is I'm doing that so that way I can format this 320 gig drive right here. And then I'm gonna shut this computer down, take this drive, hook everything back up the way it was, and then I'm gonna go ahead. Something's going bad with that hard drive, I think it is. Maybe I'll take off to diagnose it later. I'll have to get this on the internet later and diagnose it. So I'm gonna Okay, so now we got this launched, which I haven't really put too much on this drive. I was originally just using it for... So yeah, I'm just gonna pause and I'm gonna start doing that hard drive reformat, and then I'll be back. Okay, guys, so I'll show you what I did here. Was I took that 300 gig or 320 gig drive and I deleted all the partitions straight off of it. So now it should. So now I'm gonna hook it. So now I'm gonna shut this back down, and we'll see what we get. One thing that I failed to do before I did that was I forgot to unplug the whole entire system area. So I am going to unplug the computer in a minute and do this again. And I'm gonna probably just see, because that concerned me with that drive. I think the drive might be going bad simply because of all the simply because of just I might be doing too much with it all. So let's let this shut down, and I'll be back after the other drive is hooked up. Okay, YouTube. So now I've done that one modification. And then I've turned on the power strip. So now let's turn this back on. And if I played my cards right, it should not have a place to boot from. If I did things correctly. So we're going to save changes. And now it should not be able to boot to anything. So then that's when I'll put my CD-ROM in. Okay, I have to reset the BIOS. So I'm going to go ahead and reset the BIOS real quick to fix that media. I don't know what's happened with that. I'm just going to go ahead and reset the BIOS. You know what? I'll reset the BIOS later. What I'll do is I'm going to put the disk in and then start installing Android again. So now it should... So now we'll press any key and now it should boot right to the disk. So there we go. So we're going to install Android to hard disk. And I have went through with the Windows partition right here, which I haven't really activated that copy of Windows yet, because all I'm doing right now is I'm just using it simply so I can just go through and delete partitions. So that way I can do what I do. So we're going to create modify partitions. We're going to do new partition. We'll make it the primary. and then enter, bootable, and then write. Yes. Enter. Yes. Writing partition table to disk. There we go. Hold on a minute. Boot flag. I did toggle. Yeah, I did. So now we can hold on, let me just see if it did that. Writing partition table to disk. So now it's writing it. So now we can quit. And now we'll do right there. We want to format FAT32, yes. So now it should start formatting the partition we just made. And then we will see if I actually have Android running on it. It will be so cool if I get Android running on here. Well, we can do grub, yeah, go ahead. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my cord so I can put this on the internet. Guys, so I'm back now. The installer is going to... Are you sure you want it? Sure. Sure. Reboot. Now we'll take the disk out. So now there's the disk, and now it should ideally, in an ideal world, boot to where it needs to boot. No system disk, what? Didn't I just install Android? Let's try and stick the disk back in and see what happens. I thought I just installed Android, though. Something must be going wrong. I gotta investigate that, guys. I'll be back. Okay, I don't know what I did. Android's booting. Okay, so let's just give this a minute and we'll see what happens. It actually weirdly happened when I hit the power button. That's weird. I don't understand it. I don't know if it's maybe something because I'm not too familiar with the Android platform. I'm pretty sure it's based off of Linux, but I'm not really all that familiar with Linux either. I've been Windows all my life, so let's see. Yeah, okay, now let's do this. Yeah, emergency call. Yeah, let's do an emergency call. I don't think I'm gonna be able to call on this. What the? Okay, why am I? Okay, that'll be fun. Let's get out of there. I don't think I'm able to really talk on the phone with this computer. Okay, I don't know what the heck. Okay, I just hit this Windows key. And the screen is turning off. What in the name? What? Okay. I run Android on my phone, and I run it on a little netbook that came preloaded with Android. But that's about it. Let's just shut this off. So now let's take the CD out. I'm sorry, I'm just showing you that visual right there. I'm just trying to get this I'm just trying to think this out right now because I'm a bit confused. No system disk. Okay, so it was just booting. So now press any key to reboot. So I'm going to reboot right now. And then it's going to bring me back into that dual boot screen. I should have been able to boot, though, to Android. Let's see what VESA mode is. Let's press tab to exit options. What? Type exit. So now it's found it. So now it's booting. It should try and boot from Android. Just did that like it's a DOS prompt or something. I don't know if maybe I have to keep the disk in it permanently while I do this. Maybe I'll stick a second if I'm gonna have to do that, then I might stick a second optical drive so that way I can still have my DVD drive. Maybe I'll just stick it in this one that can only read DVDs. So now I'll type. Let's see what exit does. See what, just typing exit. I'm sorry, I'm not too familiar with this, okay, I'm sorry. So now it's okay, there we go, it's booting from Android and the little line is still going. Wow, I'm able to type right in the background there. That's just how cool is that? Okay, so now Android is booting. This is really cool. I have Android. I actually have Android booting on my old main computer. I want to one day get a new laptop, and I might do the same thing to my current laptop. In fact, I might be getting a new laptop rather soon. It's going to be an HP, a used HP computer, possibly. That I see on eBay that my dad might order for me for my birthday. Okay, so now right over here. I don't know what just happened to the screen over there. What the heck? Alright guys, I'll fix that. Okay guys, I don't know what happened there, but moving on. Let's just move on from there. So now Google Play services have stopped. Oh well. So now we'll start. So now welcome. Just a sec. Yeah, sure, I got all day. Really haven't had to go down to Delaware or anything today. This will be a okay, this is gonna... I actually do have to leave here to go to my grandparents' house in Delaware at noon, so I still have to go ahead and pack my... So I want to finish this, then I have to pack my laptop. So now just a sec. It's been more than a sec. It's been more like a min. Okay, there we go. There we go. To see Wi-Fi. Yeah, this thing doesn't have built-in Wi-Fi. Moving on. I can tell this is quite laggy. We want Eastern time. So now we have Eastern time. The current time is not 6 in the morning. We are at 10. We're 10:20 a.m. and of course my mouse decides to give up on life. What the? Okay. By the way, that's just me with the speakers. Okay, so I guess that just... We might have a bad OS. I wonder if it's maybe reading the BIOS time. And maybe the BIOS time is wrong, so maybe I'll have to take a look. I can still pull the top thing down though. Off. Let me boot this in. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna boot this straight. I'll mess with this in a few. I'm gonna boot this straight to the BIOS. Your tablet. That's a rather big tablet. Okay, alright. I'm gonna shut my tablet down, if you don't mind. Allow me to shut my tablet down. My pretty large tablet. This is about the biggest tablet I've ever seen. Okay, so now I have to figure out what button to push to boot to the BIOS. So let me just look into that, so just stick it right there. And then I believe it's gonna be it's gonna be in the let's try. It's either F2, F11, F10. There you go. So now we're booting to the BIOS. English. We'll look in the advanced power on options. So now we have to just... I'm trying to look into this real quick. You guys can look at what I'm doing. I don't really care. So set time and date. It's more like 10. $10:22. The date is correct, so we'll accept. Apply defaults. Yes. So now it's leaving the now it's just gonna... In an ideal world, things will work out the way it's supposed to. Hang on, let me just shut this back down. Let's take the CD-ROM out and see if it wants to work without CD-ROM, so it doesn't try and sneak back in. No system disk. I have to look into that. Maybe when I get home on Monday. Yeah, maybe when I get home on Monday I'll look into that. Press any key to reboot. And yet my phone is doing that thing again. I don't know if you guys are seeing it or not. Let me fix that. Okay, so now the internet is tethering on here, so now let's go ahead. Find the Play Store. So now we'll go into the Play Store. I'm gonna put my Google account in. Just let it see the networks, let it do what it wants. I think I'm not gonna be able to I might need to throw a Wi-Fi card in here for this to work. I don't have a Wi-Fi card to throw in here, though, unless this thing will take a laptop one. Oh, I'm done. Minimize battery usage. What battery usage? I mean, come on, guys. I'm sorry, that's just funny for me. So now it should be tethering my Wi-Fi hotspot. I'm just trying to pull that down, looking. Alright, so it should be tethering my Wi-Fi. I don't know what happened there. Just decides to give up on life. So now let's go. Let's join the. Let's go into the settings. Please insert SIM card and restart. Where is it? Does this thing take a SIM card? We'll go back. I could technically figure out how to install this onto my phone, by the way. Maybe I can do this on my old phone. It'll be so cool. Sorry about that, quite rude. Okay, so we'll go into Wi-Fi. Let's just see advanced. I'm trying to see if I can make. I should be able to go off without Wi-Fi. I don't know why it wants Wi-Fi so bad. Oh well. Well, people, let's just hit the power button right there, and it brings that up. So now let's power this off. And now we are shutting down my tablet. I mean computer. Tablet, phone, computer, whatever this thing is. Last I checked, it's a computer, but I guess according to Android, it's a tablet or a phone, whatever it is. Alright, and that is that. So, if you like this video, subscribe to support me making more of these videos. Leave a comment in the comment sections below. If you have a question for me, ask them in the comments, and I will do my absolute best to answer them. Have a good day.